What if everything you think about desire is wrong? What if lust isn't what you crave it? It's trying to tell you who you really are? Today, we uncover the hidden psychological layers behind lust and practical ways to take control, guided by Carl Jung's insights. Lust is often treated as a simple urge, but Carl Jung taught that our desires are rarely just what they seem. The 9 layers we're about to examine reveal different parts of the psyche: the shadow, the inner child, the ego, and the unconscious drives that shape behavior. These layers act as a roadmap to understanding the unconscious, showing why desire can feel compulsive, confusing, or empty. Layer 1. Lust as the shadow's disguise. Jung described the shadow as the part of the psyche we exile. Thoughts, emotions, and needs deemed unacceptable by the conscious self. Lust often acts as a mask for the shadow, showing up as craving instead of hurt, excitement instead of fear. In New York City, a young professional scrolls dating apps late at night. On the surface, it seems like curiosity, but deep down it's loneliness and anxiety. The craving hides the shadow, the unacknowledged need to feel seen and connected. Pause when an urge hits. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling beneath this desire? Journal it or record a voice note. Observing the shadow instead of suppressing it is the first step toward conscious control. Layer 2. Dopamine is not the same as joy. Pleasure and happiness are often confused. Jung noted that what feels good is not always beneficial for the psyche. A college student in California checks Instagram compulsively after a breakup. Each notification triggers excitement, but then emptiness follows. That surge is dopamine, not connection. Before giving in, ask, am I chasing real happiness or just a quick hit? Layer 3. The inner child's unmet needs. Every adult carries an inner child retaining memories of unmet emotional needs. When these needs remain unfulfilled, desire can manifest as lust or compulsive behavior. In Chicago, a young man constantly seeks attention on dating apps but feels unsatisfied. Reflecting on it, he releases it as the validation he missed in adolescence when fitting in was difficult. Ask yourself, what part of me feels unseen or unloved right now? Respond with care. You are enough. You are safe. You are seen. Nurturing the inner child replaces destructive coping with healing presence. Layer 4. Addiction thrives in absence of meaning. Jung emphasized that meaning, not pleasure or success, is the core requirement of the psyche. Without meaning, the soul becomes vulnerable, and lust can substitute for purpose. A professional in Los Angeles works long hours in a corporate office and compulsively watches adult content at night. This is not just as a rat reflects emptiness seeking replacement. Ask, am I filling a void or feeding it? Redirect energy toward meaningful projects, hobbies, or volunteering. Purpose displaces compulsive cravings. Layer 5. The ego prefers familiarity over healing. The ego prefers comfort and familiarity over growth. When habits are disrupted, urges can intensify. In Seattle, a young man reduces compulsive online behavior for weeks, but suddenly relapses. Jung explains that the ego is resisting change, seeking the old familiar patterns. Notice cravings or relapse as signs of growth, not failure. Sit with discomfort a few minutes longer than usual. This weakens the ego's grip. Layer 6. Numbness as a warning. Over time, lust can become mechanical and detached. Jung warned that repression distorts instincts instead of eliminating them. In Boston, a woman scrolls social media mindlessly. She no longer enjoys it. It feels robotic, but she continues to avoid confronting boredom or sadness. Numbness signals a disconnection from genuine emotion. Layer 7. When lust fades, stopping compulsive behavior can create disorientation. Jung noted that when habitual coping mechanisms disappear, the ego feels uncertain. In Miami, a man noticed his compulsive urges have faded. He feels quiet emptiness, allowing authentic desires for connection, purpose, and presence to emerge. Embrace the stillness instead of running to distraction. Observe your real desires as they emerge. Layer 8. Real power is choosing not to act on temptation. True freedom is not immunity from temptation. Jung emphasized that maturity involves recognizing impulses and consciously choosing not to be controlled by them. In Houston, a woman sees an attractive colleague. She acknowledges the desire, but chooses not to act not out of fear, but with awareness. When temptation arises, pause, reflect, and make a conscious choice. Real power is acting with awareness, not avoiding the impulse. Layer 9. The shadow never disappears, but can be integrated. The shadow does not vanish, it becomes integrated. Jung believed life's goal is wholeness, which includes accepting previously hidden or denied parts of ourselves. In San Francisco, a man still experiences urge, but reflects on them instead of acting. By walking alongside his shadow consciously, he gains freedom and deliberate choice. Accept your desires without shame. Ask, what is this desire teaching me about myself? Integration replaces compulsion with conscious understanding. Lust is not just an urge, it's a messenger from the unconscious. By observing it, integrating its message, and redirecting your energy toward meaning and self-awareness, you gain true freedom. This isn't about suppression, it's about conscious choice. That is real liberation. So, thanks for watching.